Shaka strides through the crimson mist. Prison Mike grins with an iron fist. Dirk sharpens his blade on the edge of despair. The air is thick with the weight of prayer. A thunderous roar, the ground splits wide. Last war calls, no place to hide. We fight, we fall, we rise, we crawl. Through shadows, through fire, through it all. The last war waits, but we don't break. One more scream for the world to shake. Blood red skies and the moon's gone black. Shaka's war cry, there's no turning back. Mike's prison tattoos light up in flame. Dirk carves the void, calling out their names. The earth it quakes, the stars grow dim. Last war grins, the odds are slim. We fight, we fall, we rise, we crawl. Through shadows, through fire, through it all. The last war waits, but we don't break. One more scream for the world to shake.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Gosh. There you go. There you go. You had enough lizard now? What's up? Good, doing good. Okay, so where's my Discord? I got stuff moved around here. It's going good, Mr. Medina. It's going good. New soundboard. I had it. I just never really did anything with it, and it's just I just have an app. I don't have like an actual like. I don't have like buttons set up for it or anything like hotkeys or anything.
Lizard.
Did I see they were changing it? I was hoping they would. Where's the... Have they actually changed it yet, though? It still says 11 to 11:30 noon. Did they post it in Discord or something? I have not looked today. If they did. What time did they say? Friday's supposed to change? To what time? Like later in the day? So I got Mr. Tator messaging me. All right, I need to get the troop buffs. I can train some troops real quick. Whoops. Apply. Do that, do this, and then I can train some in the morning. That works out. Yeah, I've been trying to get them on stream, but it's like hard to, like our schedules, it's been hard to connect. We keep missing each other. It's in the news tab. This text is so big. It makes it easier commanders. We have adjusted short time 10, 12. So 10. 12 server time, 10 hour time. Okay. Okay. It's fine with me. I thought 11:30 was kind of weird. That was a really weird time. I didn't get it. I didn't get why they did that originally. Let me go back here. Oh wait, what was the? Oh, that's old. That's old. I feel like clicking on these goes faster than doing the like auto select thing. It could just be me though. Do we know which ones you are for season 5? Not yet, no. Not yet. All right, so we'll do some stuff here, get ready for reset, and then after reset, our good buddy Stickman will be joining us. The man, the myth, the legend himself. Speaking of which, they gave Bria the win, I think. The stick. Where are these guys at right now? 483, 458. They've really taken off on Bria. All right, what else we got going on here? Build. Rumor is Venom, but all speculation. No, I heard. Wait, Venom. I always forget which one's Venom. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they'll go with a missile hero or if they'll do like another aircraft hero. It'd be... I would definitely like to see an aircraft hero. Either Maxwell or Cage. One of those two, because then I could do an actual aircraft team mix back here. I would take Morrison off here. But if they did it right, like I could actually make a third team that wasn't just complete garbage. And then, you know, obviously the whales could as well. My research. There's the researches. Got them Tank Hero Techs cookins. What we got here? Kill 10 zombies on... Oh my gosh. I hate these missions, dude. Just spawn some. It's kind of nice they're all spawning in like the same area. Okay. Just kidding. Oh, that was it. Is that 10? I really hope they change the store because we're going to be sitting on so many of these courage medals. Gotta get to restricted area 6. I wonder if James in 6 yet. I wonder where Hulk's at. Yeah, he's in 6. He must have just got 6. Maybe after tomorrow I'll try to push it some. So mobilization. Oh. Custom weekly. Forgot we had that going on. I don't think I can get another level though, can I? No, I need 140. I'm gonna be short. Boom, boom. Like I really want to do speed ups. I don't, but I do. What? Oh yeah, I forgot this isn't the daily one. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Did they skip the weekly? The weekly, like the hot deals? Or this special pass? Whatever the pass was that week? No. They still had it. I forgot what we had, but we still had it. That's ready. That's going. Play. Meh. Oh yeah, we had total mobilization. Or no. That was the week after. The second week we had total mobilization. So I mean you'll still have it depending on when, like what day it drops for you guys. So yeah, you'll still have all your normal events. Nothing changes yet. That's a skill. Let's check the arenas here. 78 though. I don't like the fact Skylar's on that team. She's a menace. Are you the most? Probably. Wex is on there too. Oops. I'm gonna go. Is this close? Ah, it's close. Season 3 does the hero swap XP. It includes star levels. Yeah, season 3, yeah, star levels. What's going on, Dr. Vortex? I think I can win that. Oh, dude. Where's he at? I'll see if he figures it out. I got air mastery at 100%. What should I work on next? Each currently 55 defense, fortification 64%. Hero attack bomb 3. Oh yeah, I would. Well, like on tech day, I would work on like the mastery for whatever like your second team is. Do some mastery. I mean, I'll just like mix it up. Do like some mastery stuff. Throw in a little bit like siege, defense, fortification in there too. Took my tissues out of here. What the heck is this? What is this? I'm just going ahead and see myself out. I need 2 more attacks and I get that. Well, lost a lot in the lineup power there. Certainly helped me out. 13 million. Got 1. Mr. Clean. I'm going to wait, with everybody plays different. I'm currently working on my tank mastery to get it to at least 25. I need to have it completed. Wait. Sorry, Tyler. I need to have it completed. I'm going to move into Siege to Siege 100. What? Here's your prize of Season 4 is T11 that you need to pay. Oh, this is ugly. It's like back-to-back teams, man. I had such good matches up until that. I need one more win. Oh, yeah, 75%, 25% remain. Okay, I was going to say I have no idea what you were saying there for a minute. Well, if I go here, 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 should win. Yep. Nice. Back top 20. Okay. The stick. Mr. Stick. We're all set. Done with arms race. I'm gonna check the menu account real quick. Like SpongeBob up in here. I'm ready. Hero. Is that what I meant to click? Dude, it's such a tough question to answer because it, you know, you can guess by what we have available so far, but we don't know what they're going to make available in the future, how frequent they're going to update it to where you can get stuff. So, I mean, if you had to estimate now, free-to-play players, you throw in the glittering market, just based on what we have now, probably like 6 months. But I'm sure they're going to make it to where people that grind out, save up in the glittering market, things like that. And then another, season 5, I'm sure they're going to add stuff for it in season 5. And then post season 5, there's going to be more stuff for it. Kind of like they did with the gorilla, the oil, and all that. So I can see where it could be like 4 or 5 months free to play. I could see it being around 4 to 5 months for free to play players to get them. It could be faster. I don't know. It just depends on what they come out with, like how easy they make it to get. Because it's not just getting the T11s unlocked, it's all the upgrades after that too that are going to be really expensive. Just like the gorilla, you get the gorilla unlocked, but then continuing to upgrade it is where it really, really becomes expensive and takes a lot of time. Kind of like the drone as well. I got all this. Okay. Collect. Five. Get that Truplo, baby. Oh, we got Overlord stuff over here. Where am I at on the Overlord? Ooh, getting close to getting the blue one. Oh, I should... Did I forget to upgrade this last week? I must have. Whoops. How many bond badges do I got? Oh, I got a crap ton. Plenty to do those upgrades. So that'll help. That'll help with my march size and stuff. And with my scientifics. Oh, I recorded a video on my PC today. I gotta edit it and post it. So, I mean, my one of the first ones, anyways, that I have like fully made just on PC in landscape mode. People ask me about it all the time. Though I don't know. I feel like most people would rather have me record on my phone, but I guess we'll see. We'll see how this one goes. I'm gonna go unit tech. Of course I finished all these too. Dang it. Okay, well. Like a sword button? This is stupid. I hate how they only give us so many legendary scientists. I should really get the buff, but oh well. Skip those. Okay, that's done. Oh yeah, I was gonna get the buff. Guess I'll do it this time. Could I do any more? No, I'm stuck. I'm waiting on this. Let's take a look at hero tech. Oh crap. Get all this stuff done. Sorry, I'm like way behind on chat, so let me catch up a second. Wait, Harvey, I don't know if anybody answered your question. Does T10 can defeat T11? Yeah, I mean, somebody that's got a 70 mil march, they're not going to lose to somebody that has like a 50, 55 mil march just because they got T11s. No, I've lost some fights to guys that have T10s just because they're a lot bigger for the most part. Yeah, T11s doesn't like make you unbeatable. But anyways, yeah. With the hero trading stuff, if you swap, if you have a 5-star hero that you're swapping to another hero, yeah, they get all that. So if like you take, so my Scarlet, for instance, if I were to swap her, if I had a hero that was only like 2 stars, it would have to be a legendary. So if I took her and say my Stickman was only 2 stars, I could swap those two and he would get all those stars. And then you would get all the skill medals back from Scarlet, then you could put into Stickman. Oh yeah, that's true. Simply, I do agree with that. That would be nice. Yeah, because there's some like I'm never going to. Okay, I don't know if I should ever say never, because they may change it to where like the protection stuff like this actually does something. But I mean, like, at this point, not super helpful. Lucius Radar is 2 star. Skylar doesn't have a star on her data chip. Which one should I focus first? Lucius Radar. Wait. Oh yeah, Lucius Radar 4 star, 2 star. Or Diva Radar 2 stars. Oh I would do Lucius, because then you get Lucius the 4 star and then put a mythic on it. Or wait to trade. This Brawl time is yeah 12 post reset. So it's 10 a.m. my time. I burn all my gold to gear before Buster Day. Oh, all their upgrades. Yeah, I do that for the most part too. Yeah. you were shocked yesterday when you didn't see it. I wasn't too shocked. I was leaning more towards like we weren't going to get it just because they have the Desert Brawl stuff still going on, which is supposed to be an off-season event. And that's got 2 more weeks in it. So we may see something next week, if not for sure the following week. And the following week would also be Halloween event. So we got that coming up here. A week from, or 2 weeks from last night. So Sunday reset. What is that, like the 26th? Sunday the 26th? Is there a vote? Oh, wow. What the? Wow. Dude, that guy's gear. Where'd that come from? 283. Like, why do we got... We got 3-star guns. 3-star armor, radar. This poor guy's a hot mess. Wow. The irony of his gorilla being so big. And mastery is only 48%. Wow. And we're using the mining. Why? I mean, unless you're using this for arena. Dude, I'm all in on that attack. PvP attack. If you're sitting there worried about being the defender, aside from like holding a capital, I could see that being useful. So I mean, I try not to be mean, but holy cow. You probably say the same thing about your gear. Wait, is that event confirmed? Are you talking about Halloween? Unless they cancel a major event. It'd be wild if they did do a Halloween event. Halloween is the only reason they didn't do a fall event. Did I do all my radars on my mini account? Man, did you tell him to fix his gear? If not, you should. You should message him and be like, hey, my supreme ruler told me you should fix your gear. Here's what you should do. What did I come here to do? Radars. Ooh, I gotta go do these. Just love it when they stack on top of each other like that. All right, Amanda. Let's go. Get headquarters 31 at reset over here, though. That'd be exciting. Headquarters 31. I'll be able to upgrade my heroes to 130, 155. That'll help a lot with pushing the T11 stuff. Well, you always find my mini 44, if not 71. It's usually pretty easy to find chords. Usually if you message in like season channels or something, people normally have chords in there somewhere. Also, what you can do is, if you find somewhere like memories, somewhere close, like normally people post stuff on memories and comments. That's a good question. Farmer. This is one nobody has. I'm missing one instructor, one officer, and a builder. So basically the instructor and the officer are the only two that I really care about. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. All this time, I still don't have those. I do have some recruitment tickets for a reset, so I shall be trying my hand at getting them. Oh, 657. Sure, somebody around there has got my cords. I get messages from all over the place. Did I finish all those radars? I think I did. Yeah, aside from those two. Oh, where did that put me at? 10.6 million. Oh, bad. What's my main account up to now? Or main account? 34-1. So, hopefully pushing 35 this week. Need to get Murphy's exclusive weapon so I can throw him on the main squad. Oh, I love messing with Clown. All right, we got 15 minutes to reset. All right, I'll be right back. Like 2 minutes. What's up? Went to go check the score and get a little snack. Oh, is that? Oh, that's yours. Okay. You found me. See, I told you it wasn't too hard to find me. Okay. I mean, obviously the other squads doesn't matter too much. My question is why your defensive heroes don't have any defensive gear. That's my question. Yeah. Yeah, there's very limited ways to do so. Now, I would put the defensive pieces on your defensive heroes. Like, I wouldn't worry too much about Kim in the back row, because if your front line gets cooked anyways, like, it may be fine for arena, but it's definitely not something you want to be rolling around town with. Especially like a Warzone dual setting. You send that in team into like the Capital or a Cannon, it's going to get cooked so fast. I got hit by a VIP 18. Dude, I get hit by VIP 18s all the time. I was talking with Dirk earlier. I called Dirk and him and I were chatting earlier. And I was telling him about how, who am I thinking of? Sorry, I'm checking something on my phone. Crap. Yeah, I was telling him about the fight I had with Hooden and King North in Desert Storm last week, whenever I had teleported to one, the other one teleported over, and then somebody else had gemmed and attacked me, so I got hit by them and then another guy, like, all at the same time. They were just chasing me around the map. I would say probably 50% of our Desert Storm matches are with like other VIP 18s. Wait, who? Who are you talking about? Two VIP 18s and a few 16s. Yeah, that was the one. Good morning, School Wolf. David's running his account. David took it over. Oh, we still got 4 minutes to reset. Just chilling. Got 4 minutes. Wait for responses back. See what's happening. Where is he at? Said he was gonna be ready in 5 minutes. It was 10 minutes ago. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. What's this? 300 seconds. Right. He's replying back to himself. What's up? Good. Let me get this set up here. All right. Now I think they can. Oh wait, Discord call's muted. Okay, now they can hear you.
All right. Give me 1 second here. My headphones are going all jack on me.
No, it's all good. Do I have your... Let me see if I have your chords here real quick. I mean, unless you wanted to do your screen share on your phone.
Oh, I'm good, man. I'm actually still doing things around here, but I figure I could do this now.
Okay. I was trying to see if I had your...
Coordinate chords.
Yeah.
Let me see. I can go ahead and share it with you. Send me a message real quick in the game.
Dirt's trying to call me. All right. So if you haven't figured it out already, we got Mr. Team Tator on the call here. Trash Panda King himself.
How's it going?
Yeah, so I know you and I were just talking about your Desert Brawl lineup, our matchups, and I was showing folks that, what day was that? Oh, I think it was just yesterday, actually. I was just sharing that with them, how you guys got matched with Justin. But you said you poured him, like he had his teams out?
Yeah, I mean, I did, but I mean, with Justin, cool. I got him while his team was out. The minute he had more than one squad back, I couldn't, right? I mean, the dude has built the strongest team there is,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, but it's been interesting because I mean, it was a pretty good matchup when they put together. So you have 252 is the other big, 252 is in there, and also 200 is in there. So we're all matched together. So it's going to be a pretty eventful Friday.
Jeez. Yeah, that's a pretty loaded grouping for sure. Dang. Yeah, we didn't get anybody super big. We got a couple like decent sized players, but we're in kind of I would say a mild grouping, which I was kind of surprised with. I don't know what it's based on, but I'm guessing because you guys see them often, they probably match you guys together, based on who you typically see in Desert Storm often, I'd guess. I don't know.
I've never faced any of them in Desert Storm before.
Oh, you had?
It's my memory. No.
You
So
guys had Justin?
I've had Justin in Capital before,
Mm.
but that was before he even had Warfang on there. And then
Oh,
with 252, I mean, maybe my memory served me wrong, but we've only had them in like VS, and then we're also allies with them, which is they're great allies. And then 200, we had them in that last or I guess the time before last SVS, and then we have them again this week.
okay. Dang, yeah, that's a pretty big grouping though, man. Well, I know Qatar's had them several times in Desert Storm, so that's why I thought maybe you had.
Now we've had Qatar a few times. He's made an example of us a few times, which we're friends with him, but I mean, how do you go against 3 5PA teams,
Yeah. Oh, I've obviously shared the video of you guys fighting. So I know how strong he is. I mean, you guys are all, pretty close as far as total hero power goes. I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy, like how you guys can find different ways to get like more power out of something outside of just like the Wall of Honor. I mean, mostly now is
Right.
tactical's done. Now it's just like the Gorilla T11 stuff.
I mean, that's the Wall of Honor is a differentiator now, and I mean, they're taking away with the daily packs. They took that away, right? The ability to buy some of the tickets. So it's kind of interesting how people are going to get the diamonds to buy that, right? Because that's about the only way to really boost your Wall of Honor,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
right? And that's if you look at the differentiator with Justin and then the rest of us, that is like the biggest differentiator now.
Mm-hmm. Which, Golden, when I talk with him, he's kind of surprised how far ahead he is in that. And I don't know, like, it's like everything I heard, I haven't been able to like confirm anything, but everything I've heard is like he's got ties to the game, and so they kind of feed him some of this stuff. I don't know how true that is, but he certainly.
I I used to think that. I used to be pretty confident in that, and I just don't know anymore. I mean, because I mean, he had, you know, before we had the tactical upgrade, he was about 2 million, 3 million total hero power more than I was, and then that happened, and I thought I had bought every way to get Valor, and I guess I had not. And I think he was 48% done that first weekend,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, I think I've been saving up Valor, and I know a bunch of people with the same size be saving up for Valor. We were all like 15% at best, 9. And that just like next thing you knew, he was over 100 million more than anybody else was
Mm-hmm.
until Golden.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
inside thing, I don't,
That
I don't know. Like it's, I was maybe that is just me hoping that's the only way he gets that much stronger than me. But
right.
uh, and I've heard people say that he was an investment banker involved in this. I've heard people say that it's multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and I basically have decided just to think the best of people, right, and just assume it's just a dude named Justin who just built a hell of a account.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I'm certainly on the fence about it. I've never talked with the guy before, and I've heard a lot of mixed responses like about him, like people saying, "Oh no, I've played with him. I've heard him talk before," and other people saying like, "Oh, he's not a real player or something." It's just it sounds like somebody from last war playing the account. I don't know. I've heard a lot of different things, but I've never
I mean,
experienced any of it firsthand, so I can't say one way or the other. But it is
the
kind
level
of
they're playing at is
crazy.
wild.
What'd you say?
The level they're playing at is wild, though. Like I sent you that Buff
Hmm.
website, which was nuts for that server.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
but I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just not trying to put too strong of an opinion on a recording here, right? But you know, he either way, that I mean, they built a server that right now can't be touched, right?
Hmm.
Hopefully, I mean, we went against 220 last SVS, and I know that 263's beat them before, but 220 was the most organized, I mean, just it was they worked us, absolutely worked us, right? And I wasn't even mad because I'm like, this is just they're a masterclass in this game, you know, and just to have 263 that be that much stronger is mind blowing, and
Hmm.
you know, and to have they have the strongest player in the game, no matter how he got it, he's by far the strongest player in the game.
And you don't have, not to say 294 and 265, like that's not big, but it's like you really don't have support behind you. Because like for a VIP 18, like you gotta have another VIP 18 in that
Right,
350, 400 realm to like really be competitive against other guys that are 450, 500 million power, like Justin,
right.
Warfan, and those guys. So you get, Prince, he can't do much. Yeah, he may
Yeah.
be able to knock him out of the capital after like 4 hits, but, or, two, three
He said,
hits.
Prince is he is a Hawkeye. He's scored him a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my I think it was his picture one time for a little bit in the game, but he got him during one of the SVSs. But
Hmm.
no, it's we have we're not the strongest server, right? But we have those guys are all super active, right?
Hmm.
And and we all know each other. Prince and I met through probably like March of last year, right? And then we kept saying we want to play together. We kept saying we want to play together, and then we finally made it happen. Like 2 transfers ago, right? And he, I mean, he's a strong player though. He's probably 300, I think, like 290, 300, right? But
Prince,
like you said, it's
294,
not.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But like you said, it's not VIP 18, but it's a
Hmm.
strong VIP 17.
Yeah, yeah. It's up there. Certainly up there.
Right. Right.
Um,
And but again, like with the current transfer rules, right? Like Prince and I both would love to have if we could get somebody in here, right? Just like most servers that would love to have another player like that.
I mean, that's why servers like 96 and some others are just so rare because they got 96 has three VIP 18s and then a couple other strong
They're like
players.
homegrown too, right?
What was that?
Are they all homegrown too?
No, Stickman, he's from 76. Yeah, 76 originally. He transferred over there in the very first transfer event because he was a gold seat.
Okay.
So, but yeah, PT and Abria are both from there. I mean, technically, we have three now, but a Deerfly not spending hardly anything anymore. It certainly makes a big difference. I mean, she's only for like 30 something instead of 500 million, where if she was on pace with like you guys still, 100 million hero power is a huge difference. I mean, you know that.
Right. I mean, she was the strongest person in the game for a long time, wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was up there. And then of course, Justin took off. And then Golden Fighter, he started going crazy. So she hung around like third for a very long time, and then after season 3, like during season 3, and then especially after season 3, she just hit the brakes pretty hard. So that's kind of hurt us too, because that was like something we leaned on. But not I wouldn't say like that in a sense, but like her being able to hold the capital or hold something in Desert Storm, where she was pre-season 3 versus where she is now is like a 9-day difference. And it like that's starting to show. Plus we lost another guy that may have been VIP 18 by now. So we could have potentially had 4 VIP 18s on our server already. But the other guy left and quit. So, but, and like, there's no way for us to replace that with the current system, which sucks. So we're stuck with 3 purple seats that like can transfer in, but like that doesn't really help us. Doesn't help us replace the power that we lost because we don't have huge depth.
And that's what we run into too. Is before we came to our server, right, the 285, or right when we came there, 2 full alliances left, right, and they were probably like third and fourth on the server, or third and fifth, something like that. And we're still trying to make up from that, right? And you can, when you're limited, you just don't get the depth coming in. So they brought me in, and we brought 5 super strong purples, 5 strong purples when I came over, and then we brought 3 more in this last one. But you're still limited, right? And that doesn't make up for the blues that leave and the whites. And that's, to me, that's really going to make it. Getting the blues who are right on the cusp of purple. That's like the difference maker to me, at least.
Yeah. Blues can really make a big difference. Getting a lot of really active blues. There's a big difference between like the entry level blue seat and then to get that purple status. There's a big difference between those because I've been there. Like I was bottom and bottom of the blue ranking. Now I'm towards the top, not like bottom, but like kind of bottom quarter. Now I'm in the top quarter, and it's a pretty significant difference between the two. And you get enough of those, and then like there's a lot of servers out here that have that got 3-4 purples, but then got a lot 40 really solid blue players. Which I think it's harder to put that together. It's harder to get that many good blue seats, especially now with the way the events are going. People, when they move somewhere, then they're hesitant about moving somewhere else. So it's like that initial surge. Like if you didn't get, for the most part, if you didn't get set up in that first surge event, it's been really kind of a crapshoot afterwards. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, it was so mismanaged, and I feel like some people knew exactly how to handle it, and others we were all less like, what are we supposed to do here? And I remember like when I talked to people who work for the game, right, and I talked to people who I consider to be pretty knowledgeable. What we thought would be purple and gold, it just was so far off, right? And
Yep.
And I still feel like, this past time I think they did a decent job with it, but it was a little bit, you kind of knew where it was, but it still doesn't make up for the fact that they did what three before that where it made no sense.
Yeah, the first one, yeah, the seat rankings in the first one were really bad, really really bad. Like we had so many gold seats, and we were like, I feel like these guys shouldn't be gold, like right on the cusp of purple.
Yeah, and they kept it like what pissed me off here. Sorry, I'm not allowed to say that. I don't
No,
have
you're good.
cussing language, cussing rules
You're
here.
fine. You're
But
fine.
yeah, but like what pissed me off here was the fact that they called, and I called them out on this, and they changed the name of it, but it was called a rebuilder, right? That was what the elite one was called. And I
Yep.
told them the only thing that 90% of these players are going to be doing if Justin, me, or Geodread hit them would be rebuilding their entire base. And like that, we're not the same class. And they were putting people who, realistically should have been purple the entire time, and then they just got stuck where they were. And so many of those players
Yep.
quit.
Yep. Oh, it was bad. They.
And I feel like
Yeah.
there's still nothing being done about that, like that borderline player who just wants to go play with some good players, right, or some active, and they're just stuck where they are because of the way these transfer rules are.
Yep.
And it basically and then how wide ranging that 25% is, right, is putting, I think we were top 10 in, which surprised me, right, in the SBS rankings, or in the server rankings, but the top end, it's in the class of its own at the point, and it's playing catch up. And if you have the same rules as we do, there's, how are you ever supposed to catch up with it?
Yeah, I mean, I get the point of, there's servers out there that have several VIP 17s and a bunch of 16s and stuff like that that are pretty strong, like just a deep server. And for them to bring in a VIP 18 would like put them over the top. Or if they were able to bring in like two more VIP 17s and a couple different transfer events or something like that, they would just make them, very, very strong. I wouldn't say unbeatable, but, pretty darn close. So like there's that fine line. I mean, to me, it's whatever. Like, let people, like, if you want to play with strong players and you want to be competitive, because you got to think like only one alliance can win. So if you go to a server and you got all these players, you're still going to be splitting up and having a couple different alliances and like deciding how you're going to split that power up. So you don't just have like one mega alliance and everybody else just kind of suffers in a sense.
Just like a death sentence for the server.
Yeah, and so like hey, that's on the players then to find that balance in order to compete for season stuff, but then also Warzone duels and that sort of thing, and just like leave it up to the players, because people. I've seen like other games like this where people kind of find that natural place where they're like, okay, I'm gonna go, like I'm tired of being in the server, I'm tired of being in this alliance, I'm just looking for a change of pace or whatever, and they're just free to move. They can move whenever, they can leave or whatever. But it's it's something where like, okay, they leave, but then we can get somebody to replace them, whether it's VIP 17 or 18, some little level player. We can go ahead and replace them. Oh, hold on. People keep calling me. Stop. So real quick though, I was going to ask, why the trash panda base?
Dude, honestly, it's like raccoons, and like I live in Los Angeles, there's a bunch from here, and there's like this one I used to call Trashy Randy that I'd go out into my alley at my old place, and he would just be like owning that alley, right? You just didn't mess with Trashy Randy. And and the first thing I requested was I wanted the OJ Bronco. It's my first request, and they did not find it as funny as I found it, right? So then they were like, then give me a panda. And they're like, well, you can't do an animal. And I'm like, but I can do an animal. Is kind of what I said back to him. So the agreement was, basically I figured out I could do a trash can with this trash panda in it, right? And go from there. And so technically it's a trash panda or it's a trash can base, or because at the time you couldn't do animals. It looks like they
Yeah.
changed that.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so many now.
I
They
mean,
get like weird rules because I know I was just talking with another guy. He just hit VIP 18, and he said he's thrown out so many ideas, and they told him no, 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 and one of them was like, oh, we can't do animals. I was like, wait, what? But he's like, but you guys literally have like this other player, in the game. So I don't know. It's just kind of stupid, It's like you're a VIP 18. They're like, okay, design a base, but then they give you all these restrictions.
And then it's like a 7 month wait where they just every time you talk to them, it's another like delay.
Yep. Yep. Let me hold on 1 second. Can I add? All right, I got you back. Where's Let's try to get Stickman here. Oh,
Looked like he was on.
yeah. Let me. I know he was in another call. He was trying to call me. 1 second. Let me see if I can get a hold of him real quick. I'll be right back. All right, trying to get people back here. Ask why I got his name, Team Tator. Wait, why does it say he's in a call?
Probably 6 months ago,
Hey.
8 months ago.
All right, we're just chasing each other around here. Okay. Oh, I was like, wait, why does it say he's in a call? Okay, well, I guess you guys said hi already.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and do a screen share. I don't have much time, but I'll try to
Okay.
do a screen share, and then I figured we'll go ahead and I'll just hit. I think all I got to really do is do the exclusive weapons, to be honest with you. But I'll go ahead and do the T11s because I have that to upgrade. And I'll hit that first, and then we'll just pop on over to maybe the heroes and do that exclusive. I think that should be all I need. But I'll start out with the ranking for all the everybody in there to show where I'm starting, and then I'll just start clicking. And as soon as we hit the 500, and then we can end it there. Okay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and
All
share
right,
him, and
that's-
I'll pull it up here.
Yeah. Oops. Hold on. I clicked the wrong thing here.
Oh, Tator, by the way, people were wondering where you came up with the name.
Team Tator.
Yeah.
Well, it used to be Doughboy, and somebody, we had somebody on a different server who was complaining irrationally about a dictatorship, and I replied back. It's actually a Go Tatorship, but you can call me Team Tator.
Oh, jeez.
And yeah, that's somebody who I doubt even plays this game was the reason why that game came around.
Wow. Team Tater. Wow.
All right, can you see the screen, guys?
Yep. It's
Awesome.
it's up live. Let me just adjust this real quick. That's the wrong thing. There we go.
Okay.
All right, let's hit it.
You want to start it off, or what do you want to do?
I mean, you're live.
Okay. All right, man. Well, hey, I just wanted to kind of show everybody here that I'm really close to the 500 THP. So I want to kind of show you the rankings that we got going on here in 96. Total hero power. I'm really close to that 500 mark. So I thought I'd go ahead and share with everybody after a few clicks here and see what makes the dramatic changes and hit that 500 mark. So here we go. So I'm going to try out my T11s, get those leveled up.
Oh, you're already on the armor piece. Nice.
Alrighty.
62%.
I don't know what that did, but it didn't add nothing,
Like,
which is interesting, right? You'd think that
1,000
would add something.
like a
Let me just get
1,000
my,
power. Yeah.
yeah, I'll get that started later. So the next thing I wanted to do was just go ahead and hit that heroes. I got a lot of exclusive left over here for, it's going to rank her up to 100 on everything. Oops, sorry about that. That should have been 100. And then I wanted to go over my DVA. And I was going to start working on her and get her up to the 150 mark. So I'll just do what I can. Of course, they're 15 every freaking time now.
Gosh, dude, that's such a big diva.
So look at that crap. Still haven't made it there.
Getting so
Okay,
close.
well, let's just try here. So I'm really close on my drones. I don't think I have any left to grab, but I do have. I want to take this puppy and go to 80. Let me see what I got here. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? Level 5 that we're going to need to make that go to 80. Probably 2 more?
Yeah, probably 3. I'm guessing 3.
3, you're thinking? Okay, let's try 3. Oops, I didn't. I'm sorry. Did I click that right? Sorry about that.
Oh, you did random boxes. Those aren't selection.
These are random. Oh, well, let's hope
Yeah.
the hell we got enough in there.
No, I'm sure you do now.
Yeah. Let's see what happens here.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Just hit them all here.
So this will give you guys a pretty good idea how hard it is to break 500 to catch
Yeah.
people like Tator and I don't know what. There's probably only is there only like 10 people in the game over 500?
Oh, is there really?
It might be closer to 15 now.
Damn.
Yeah.
Getting me stressed out being on live. Oh, I know what's going to do it. I totally forgot about my decorations. You know me and my decorations. I love to do this shit. So,
Holy cow.
okay. Let's see what that did for me, okay? There we go, baby.
Nice.
I always
Damn.
did decorations make it, man. I'm telling you.
Congratulations. I'm still
Congrats.
chasing
Yeah.
200. I'm still chasing 200, but
All right, guys.
Wow.
I just wanted to share with everybody, and hope you enjoyed the quick video of that. And I have a lot more to add, so I'm hoping to maybe get the 501
Yeah, we'll
by
check
the
it.
end of the night. So
Yeah, we'll check.
All
I'll
right.
check back on it. If not, at least tomorrow, I'll pull it up on the stream tomorrow and see where you ended up. So, but yeah, congrats, man! 500 million. Like I said, exclusive club. Probably only 15 people in the game. I think we're at 500.
I think less.
I'm sure Mogs will check that.
So, all righty. Well, great, guys. I got to get going. I wanted to take a little quick time, be with you guys, go over it with you. And you guys have an amazing night, all right?
Hey, what's your what are your gorilla levels at?
Yeah,
Just real
I
quick.
can show you that real quick.
I just hadn't seen them since you did, because you're a strategic pillar now. I just wanted to see what's
I'm
after.
aware.
Dang, 784,
So,
30. Whew.
yeah.
Wow.
So that'll take a while.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man.
All righty.
Well, thanks again, man. Take it easy. Enjoy your night.
All right, you too. Thank you, guys. Have
See
a good
ya.
one.
Cheers. Later.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yeah, man. I'm sure
It's a strong
Mogs-
server.
Oh yeah, yeah. They got some big dudes on that server for sure. Yeah, we thankfully we've never like had them in a season. I'm really hoping season 5 doesn't change that. But last season
Right.
was the first time that we had them in Champions Duel. So at the end of the season, we had them in Champions Duel, and it was the first time Deer hadn't won first place, like won the duel outright.
Right.
But then on top of that, she was knocked out of the top 3 because of those 3: Stickman, PT, and Abria.
They finished 1 through 3.
Yeah.
In the duel.
Yep.
That's
I think
wild.
it's still up here. Yeah, and like there were basically 6 VIP 18s. The marching's gone. Okay. Yeah, the celebration's over, so can't show that, but yeah.
Oh, that's a stacked server.
Yeah, it's very, and I wouldn't say it's just top heavy, because they do have obviously a ton of power up top, but then they also have let's pull it up here. So he's at 500, PT's 483, Bria's 458. Then they got
They're also all 3 of them are smart players too. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
here too. Like they're smart and active.
yeah.
'Cause there's different levels, right? And I'm not going to jump any names on that, but like, I know those guys will experiment with lineups against each other, just trying to get better. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm jealous of.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It really makes a difference having not just like smart VIP 18 players, like big players in general, but just like having a lot of really good active players on a server together, working together. It's rough, man, when you're on a server that just not a lot of people care to play or participate. Aside from maybe like season stuff, it's like, okay, I understand seasons you get good rewards, but Warzone duels, it takes a lot.
Right. And like, especially, I mean, some of these servers, their turnout is outrageous, right? And it's like, have they ever lost anybody in a transfer? It's the thought against some of them. That's where, I mean, the one thing I'll say about 285 is, though we lost two full alliances before I came, like we had an active server. Like these guys are on, and they're like they live for the going to fight. So it is like coming from the I've been on 2 servers before. This was kind of eye opening to see that even though we have less people, we have like a higher turnout, and like people have a give a damn, which is nice.
I mean, we certainly lost a lot of people in the first, second server transfers. Third one, we didn't lose. I feel like we didn't lose. We lost a couple purples and stuff, but we didn't lose like that many players in general. we gained a few. But I feel like we had a lot of people that had quit. It's like not people that had transferred out, but just like had quit. And
Right.
so yeah, we just got a lot of. We still got a lot of active players, but like I said, without Deerfly spending what she normally would, I mean Hulk, he's jumped up there. He's at 404. King just hit VIP 18 at 348, 342. Yeah, we're missing probably 10 players in the 200s, like 200 total hero power or more, to make it really competitive against some of the stack servers.
In your number group, who is like this? Who are the stack servers?
We got 96 with those guys, and then 86, and then L&L. Who did you have L&L? Or who was I talking to that had L&L as a root? Oh, it might have been Golden. Maybe it was Golden. Guitar. I don't know.
Might have been where?
L&L,
Like winner?
81. They posted a video.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so 86. They don't have anybody massive. I mean, 346. So go. And he's a pretty big player, but they just got so 294, 265, 261, 250. 250, 250, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 240, 225. They have 20 players over 200 million hero power, and then another 6 or so with 190 or more. So just a very, very deep server. Lots of VIP 16s and 17s. Yeah.
Yeah, and like that makes such a difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then like even with like if you can get some of those guys who's running rallies against somebody like me or like Golden or something like that, if you don't have somebody knock them out, it's going to take a toll,
Yeah. Yep. And that's the thing. I mean, we were sitting there. I can't remember if I had told you about this or if you'd seen it, where like literally we had. If you're looking at the capital between the two cannons on the left side, so we had like a hive of us from our server sitting there. At the end of it, we're just sending everything to the capital. And so there's like 50 of us sending marches, but then there's like 400 of them like all around the other 3/4 of the capital sending marches in. And it's like, no matter how strong you are, when you have a few other VIP 17s and a bunch of 16s in there that are sending, on top of like the other hundreds of players that are sending marches in there, they just continue to chip away at anybody.
Right. Yeah, that's when we faced 220. Their engineer game was the wildest. We couldn't even get her. They would report one of our players, and then their engineer was on it like nobody's business, and then they had that area. We couldn't get in there. So if I moved, I couldn't get back into paint.
Yeah. That was such a pain too. We fought 128, and they were pretty quick about it. But I forgot who the 83. No, not 83. I forgot the other server that we fought that did that. But they were like, super fast. Like every single time somebody got ported, they already claimed the spot. Like it felt like it was instantaneous.
Like people know they're like it's. I don't know how they can how they get everybody just to know their role in such a precise way, because I mean people want to fight, right? But you have these guys, these engineers there, and they're just when we face 220. I'd never seen anything like it, right?
And that's where depth comes in. You have to have depth to be able to do that. If you don't have the players that can sit there and just focus on that, then you're just wasting time if you don't have the other players in there that are fighting, taking the capital or the cannons or burning bases. then you're just wasting time. If you got one guy that's just out there digging spots, like what's the point?
Right.
But yeah, it is an extremely effective plan if you have the numbers to pull it off and not hurt your fight for sure. Dude, that's funny though. Like I just keep going back to that Team Tator thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Literally, just Toro's a dotator. And yeah, I was going to change it to something, and I won't say what it is because somebody reported me for what it was, and I didn't find it offensive. Nobody else I know really found it offensive, but the game found it offensive. So I have to figure out what, because I am going to change the name at some point, but third and final, I think, but I have not figured out what it will be.
You have to DM me what that is because now I'm interested.
Yeah, I'll send it over to you. Yeah, somebody I got muted for like 12 hours, something like that, because somebody put a very well written, very concise complaining against it, a picture I had up, which I don't know how it was found offensive, but they made their argument.
It,
But
I feel like as long as you string enough things together, you can make anything sound offensive, or they can
right.
because of this, because of this, because of this kind of thing.
And as much wild shit as I've said in this game, like I need to get muted at some point. So 12-hour mute. Yeah, I don't think it should have been for that, but we'll say that's a tax for me being an asshole for the past 2 years. Who knows?
Yeah. I've had my fair share of arguments in the game, but I just kind of that was early on. I'm just like over it. Now you get to a point where you're just like whatever.
Just game.
Yep.
It's good community, but just game.
Yep. Yeah, because it's just really funny for me because it'd be you get into a heated fight or something, and then I get a message after the fact like, "Oh, I love watching your videos," and I'm like, now I feel bad for smoking you, so or like I like just chasing somebody around and torching them. Or I was talking to Dirk about this because every once in a while in Winter Storm or something I'll be fighting somebody and then they'll message me like, "Oh, are you live right now? Are you streaming this?" I'm like, I don't stream 24/7. But it's just like funny how people take the time to send me messages in the middle of fighting. It's like just a distraction, like love your videos.
Right.
Like, hey, I appreciate the message, but I'm trying not to lose this in the last 30 seconds here.
All right, and like I really one thing I've tried to really do is I try to respond to everybody. I really do try to respond to every single person. And like when I got my VIP 18 base, like my teammates thought was stupid, but like I literally went through every message I got, and I'm sure I missed a couple because there were so many. But like I try to respond to every single person, right? And I still, for the most part, try to do that. Just now, I think there's a lot more shit talk in the game. So then I'm like, do I just go with it? Do I feel it? Just all depends on how I feel that day, right? But now, I mean, the power of a screenshot, people will definitely share them around. And, I mean, I'm sure with you, like you're the biggest streamer in this game, right? And I'm sure any time you give lip or something, people are screenshotting it and putting it into the AC. Right.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of the time, I'm usually not like in chat. I don't know. I feel like I'm not. I play, but I'm usually like on the game briefly to complete something, and then I hop off. I don't just sit there.
Right.
Like I used to. I used to be on like all the time, but I feel like with like making the videos and streaming that I'm sitting there on the game for so much that I usually am doing something else.
Not just living in the chat.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and then like also like once you've been on this game, you'll play with people saying you have people's cell phones numbers too, right? So like a lot of times if I want to talk to somebody, I'm not going to the chat anymore. I'm just texting somebody.
Yeah.
And that's it's a big difference maker.
Yeah, like Discord stuff. I feel like I talked. It's like, okay, am I going to send them a message in game, or I'm going to send them a Discord message? Yeah, and somebody said, tell them Dragon from 286 says hi.
H Dragon 2. That's good. Who said? Did they say who said that? Can you see the name?
Um, El Diablo Balaca.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Pally, that's a good one. That was that's somebody who quit this game a very long time ago. That is
Oh,
a
really?
joke among the former 286 players. Yeah, yeah. I mean, probably the worst president I've seen in any alliance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and just couldn't see the forest through the trees ever. And one time we were like getting ready. I never was. I used to be one of those guys who never talked at all in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was just doing a lot of things I didn't like, and that a lot of us didn't like. And I said, he basically, I told him I was thinking about switching alliances, whatever. And the dude basically was like lectures me, and he goes, "What are you gonna do? You're the strongest one on the server, blah blah blah." So I left. Didn't probably get a lot of other players, but by like within like 24 hours, that alliance was dead.
Jeez.
Like the top 30 players in that alliance all came over, and I thought it's one of those things where I didn't go fishing for this. I never talked at the time in the game, but everybody else kind of saw. Basically, it was just like the straw broke the camel's back. We'd all been thinking it, but finally, like I did something about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now it's kind of an inside joke of the people who were there. H Dragon 2, the Messiah, guy who walked on last floor water.
Yeah, I've came across my fair share of players like that. Yeah, and it's kind of funny too, because last week I was talking with QB, who's on our server, but he's been doing some last war content. Yeah, we had some really crazy guys on our server when the game first started. I mean, we come across like a lot of other ones too. But the running joke was like the guy had bought this guy's account, and he was like the biggest player on the server, and it would have been like in the first month if you would have sold your server or your account to somebody, you were number one. But anyways, the guy acted like he was still the same person, and then just started saying like the most random stuff of like where he was. He was off on some kind of yacht or something. So the joke was, after we figured out that the guy was fake, that we would just say like, oh, are you oh, I can't make this capital war because I'm out on a yacht with I don't know, like you name it, like the president or something, and I'm out negotiating a peace deal, and it's just like the most outrageous things like this guy was like saying. So that was always like the joke that people would say.
He's basically acting like Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm
like
out buying a baseball team
over here.
Yeah, I'm starting a new football league in Australia, so I'll be back next Thursday.
Going to space with Elon and Virgin.
Pretty much.
What's his name? Richard Branson.
Yeah, Yeah. The dude was nuts.
Good for him for having an adventure and an imagination what he's doing. he's probably still in his mother's basement, but
Probably.
Good for him. A lot of keyboard warriors here.
Yeah, the stuff you can get away with just being on a game. The things you can put in the chat that you can think are real, or try to like make people think are real anyways.
Right.
It's dangerous.
Right.
It's certainly dangerous. Mental health is a real thing too, so I'll say that. Fortunately.
Yeah.
So
I just definitely seen that here.
Oh yeah. I've seen a lot of people just absolutely lose their mind. Just headquarters 31 on my mini account. So That's exciting.
So you got multiples.
This
Yeah,
one, it's just on the OG server, so I can get
right.
access to the
Well, so you
contents.
transferred.
Yeah, it was. This account was on 22, and I moved to 44. 22 fell apart. Speaking of people losing their minds, dude, that server went to crap fast.
Dude, I feel like there's no slow death in this game. Like, well, I guess there are some, but some of the, like, you know, when I think about those servers in those first, before even season one, you had all those SVSs, right? The ones who just dominated. How many of them are still dominant? Right?
Yeah.
Like when I was in 286, we were stacked. Absolutely stacked. And then we started when there was that kind of big delay between season 1 and 2, we just started losing people. And next thing you know, it was basically, we were one of those servers where there was a couple strong strong gold accounts, but then there was no purples.
Yeah, that you get in that situation. I mean, that like our server 72, we had several golds. I mean, we just had so many people that quit so early on, and it just started to fall apart. But surprisingly, enough of us stuck around, and we just had so many players. It was one of those servers where we just had a ton of low end blues and white seats that showed up and just took up space in the Warzone duel. And we ended up winning a tournament after season 2. And the irony of the fact was we could never win one before, even when we had on all of our bigs. But again, a few of the times where we did decent in a tournament, we ran into some of those really big deep servers that had some VIP 17s or an 18 on there, and it just we just couldn't get through them. But yeah, and then after that happened, after the transfer event, literally every gold seat left. All the purple seats, aside from maybe 1 or 2 left, and then 150 blue seats left. I mean, that 72 just absolutely fell apart. And then looking at it now, it's even worse than what it was after that transfer event. But yeah, and that's kind of what happened with server 22. In season 3, it was okay, but then just a bunch of people left, and then season 4, it was just anarchy, because all the big players left.
I think this upcoming one's gonna be real interesting because they've hinted that they're going to change the rules, right, for this upcoming transfer. And the idea of what they call a red seat, right?
Yeah.
And then they've hinted at that, and then they've hinted at maybe widening the groups even more, the transfer groups, which I've heard yes and no on that one. But, I think until they have more stratification, more layers and who gets what, there's just going to be continuing to be a giant divide at the very top. And then that next level, which would be my server or 200 or 216 or 203. I mean,
because they're just looking at it off raw numbers and not activity and performance. It's one thing to look at it if you have a number, say 4,000, and you have 2 servers that score 4,000, but you have one R71 that has 3 VIP 18s, and then that makes up a majority of it. We're lacking a bunch of other power. We have a bunch of players, but 70% of them don't show up to Warzone duel. So our season is fine. The season's
right.
typically first place, going to lock in top 3 more than likely. But Warzone Duel falls off dramatically because we don't have the participation outside of the number 1 and number 2 alliances. And then you have the other one where it has maybe one VIP 18 or a few 17s, a bunch of 16s, tons of activity. Maybe they might get first place in a season, if not top 3. They're going to dominate Warzone duels because they got the numbers and just outpace everybody. And you give those people the same seats. Like it's like, you're like Group B, who's dominating is
like I'll give I think 263 is probably the strongest server, right?
Mm-hmm.
Justin server. I think. But if they get the same amount of seats as we do, right, there's just, what's the point? Yeah. There's just nothing we can do if we get matched up with them, right?
Yeah. And that's
again, good on him for building that server. That's the one thing I will say is so much of it, you're lucky where you build a thing, you get it, who you get on your server, things like that. But him 327, these like super. Actually 327 might be stronger. I don't know. Actually, might be a stronger server. I think about that.
I think they should look at definitely. I think Warzone Duel is the best measurement to figure out. Well, I wouldn't say the best measurement. I think should weigh heavily in like the number of seats.
Right.
Maybe not as much the quality of the seats. I would think maybe power
exactly
would affect quality of seats, but like overall number of seats, I think Warzone Duel should carry some weight in there. And they're looking at this from a quantitative instead of a qualitative perspective, which is what's really killing it.
And I've heard. This last one when they ranked the servers, there's a few of them I don't know how they got to the number they came up with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a farmer now, right? But I do have a quantitative background, and we have a few people on our team on my on APX who also have that background, and none of us could figure it out. Why certain old servers were where they were the scores, and I'm sure there's a formula that I just don't know. But
because there was what was it, like server 150? I forgot. They got what's his face over there. It was already a pretty strong server, and somehow they managed to bring over a VIP 18.
Jesus.
Yeah, that stuff like that. It's like, okay, how did they get a VIP 18 when it's a strong server already, but we get 3 purple seats? Like, what the heck is this crap? Like, how does that even happen?
And for us, like you said earlier, like Prince is. I'll say because I don't want to say something like this because Prince is a hell of a player and he's probably my best friend in this game, right? So that's I'm sensitive when people are like, well, he's not a VIP 18. I'm like, yeah, but the guy, he's a motherfucker, dude. Like he is somebody that he's active, he's great to play with, But that being said, it would make both our lives easier if we were able to get a gold seat over, right?
What was that?
Sorry, did this cut out? Where did it cut out on me?
No, I heard most of it.
Sorry, no, I dropped my phone there, so my apologies. Just forgive my passionate speech there on Prince. But no, that's like where I get not giving people a gold C every time, right? Because then you could have I could run over and join 327 or 263, right? And then what's the point for somebody to face us? But there's a wide range of what is considered gold, right? That's by far the biggest range. Where this time it was from 225 right? THP to the top, right? Which, I don't know what
Yeah.
he was, but I'm guessing he was over 500 million at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Gus,
like that's I was at the same.
I'm not sure if it was 150. It might have been a different one. Might have been like 149. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I don't know those servers in the hundreds at all.
Yeah, I'm just getting kind of familiar with them, and then I know we had a couple people from like our server grouping that went up into the 100s. There's a couple pretty good servers up there. I don't know. I think if they do this new transfer event like they're talking about, I think there's going to be certainly a lot of changes with like shifts in power.
Right.
And so it would be interesting to see like how some of these servers that were just kind of stuck because they had a gold seed but they didn't want to go anywhere because there was nowhere, like no option for them. I wonder if like after this happens, if they jump somewhere and that like those servers start to fall apart too. So that
basically forced mergers.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how they get around having mergers without doing some kind of bigger availability for transfers to where like, hey, you can, if you go to the server, there's no limit, and then you can bring, for us, we got 3 VIP 18s. Like, okay, you can bring all that, you can bring all your purples, and you can meet up with, other purples and golds or whatever other seats. I just don't. I don't see why having those servers around. They're pretty much just going to be dead, and not like anything that's going to be built back up.
Right, and it seems like, yeah. I mean, even if you get 2 VIP 18s onto that server, it's still you don't. There's not enough there at most of the servers. Like, I think it's. I just wish they would go ahead and like tell us earlier, right, than they do, because I feel like certain people know before the rest of us do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's true. They like as a VIP 18, they typically tell you earlier, right? They tell you a couple days before things come out, right? But not enough to plan.
Yeah.
But if they're going to do a big change to this, it would be nice if we all could. Yeah, I mean, because at the end of the day, we all spend so much time on this game, right? Why not give us ahead of time the ability to plan this out
Yeah.
to get the most out of it? Like giving it the way they've been doing it is like even though I mean the first transfer one was a nightmare, right? Where they basically made it seem one way and then it was terrible, right?
Yeah.
But like, why not? They like learn from your mistakes, like admit, like they can admit that they screwed that up. Maybe they don't even have to. They can just change how they do it, right? We can just accept that as that, and just give us enough time to where we can all figure out what we want to do next time, right? And if somebody wants to come to like play 2A5 with, they have time to think about it. Versus, if they come out and say they do this red seat thing, which I've heard is like going to be not VIP 18, but it's gonna be like 17s and 16s, right? That are golds, right? That's the one way I'd heard it. I've heard it other ways. Well, like if you don't know what you're going to be, right? If you find out you're one of those and then you have like 2 days to decide, that's not really fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said that for like ever, that they just don't do a good job of explaining anything in this game worth a
Nothing.
crap, and then 2, giving us any heads up before something happens. They're just like, oh well, we're working on something, oh there's going to be something, and then they drop it and they're like, okay, like what are we supposed to do with this? And then by the time we figure it out, it's happening, and then it's like, well shoot, if we had more time or like a better explanation or whatever, it could have been so much better. Or we could have at least had time to give them feedback to say, hey, why don't you do this or change this? And we thought that's what was going to happen with the original transfer surge. Like I thought they may have changed some things to make it better than what it was for the OG servers. And I found out like, okay, they didn't really do anything. Like, great. But
No. It's been the last one was better than the rest of them have been, right? Except that limited class should not be 25% of the players or teams or servers. There's like from that first server to it was 96, so it's 24, right? 24 servers in each class. So or 24 in the first. Like if you're in a limited server and you're at 23 or 24, that basically is a death sentence to your server. Because you get the same, same restrictions as number one or two does.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
we can only just keep being vocal, giving feedback, hoping they hear us. Yeah.
Maybe one day in like 3 years down the road.
Right.
Season 15 or whatever. After like
Jesus Christ.
server like 3 through 300 don't exist anymore.
Right. It's just like 263 and 220s left. 96.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly.
We have VIP 20 at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like those servers, golden server.
327.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, 327, dude. Like, I'm friends with guitar, so I want to give him props here. But, like, that dude built a monster. And he's so damn smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like one of the few people I go to where I'm like, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Right. And he's been right almost every single time.
Yeah.
And then to build a server where you have him, I can't remember what Tiger's count's called now. And then the third one, like all three of those guys are strong VIP 18s. The top two are very strong. Like, I mean, if Qatar is probably gonna, if he hadn't passed me, he's passing me soon, probably, right?
I'm sure Moggs. He usually does like the rankings. He'll put together like the VIP 18 list. He hasn't done one in a while, so maybe he'll do one this month. He just goes around to all the VIP 18s and checks everybody's power, then puts them together.
That's so time consuming.
I know. Well, he's got it like down. He's got it down now, so he just clicks through. He's got all the core. Well, all you need to do, you just need to go to the server. It's not like you got to find the person. So as long as you go to the server, just click on the image or whatever. Normally, you can pretty quickly put that together. I mean, yeah, it's time consuming because there's 200 or almost 300 of them now.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool if the game like did it for us,
Mm-hmm.
Like it's something people like look at.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No other games that do that. There's like shows you a ranking, a power ranking.
Right.
Yeah.
And I remember when they first did that first one. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the only weird thing about this game is the fact that not everybody's able to play on the same playing field. So the numbers, while everybody's going to be ranked against each other, that power doesn't actually translate to like, hey, this person is 260, but he's stronger than this player that's a 340 because this 340's been around for a year and a half. This 260's only been around for 8 months.
Right. And you have all these guys in these later, like I've been hearing these names. I want to say this politely. I don't track like the guys who aren't around me. Right. I just don't, I hear names, but I'm always like, who's that? Right. But I've been hearing that, like, especially these guys in like the late hundreds and then early thousands, some of these guys are like almost my size. Or out here where their total hero power is and what season they're in. I'm just like, how did you figure this out so quickly? But I mean, I guess there were guides and everything. Yeah. And people knew what to do versus, I mean, dude, I was clueless my first like 4 months in this game.
Yeah. I mean, it's certainly very easy for somebody to just come in and drop, 500 grand in a very strategic manner versus, for us, whenever it was just like, okay, let me jump in, let me just buy whatever. Oh, this looks like a good pack. Let me buy this. And it's like, oh crap, that was actually crap. Like the $100
I don't think.
for a gold gun. And you're like, oh, gold gun. Yes, $100. Give it to me. And it's like, man, I just bought that.
Was not a good purchase.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if that was
Right.
like a set of mythic prints for $100, then yeah, that's
Right.
for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, like I don't think I was top 10 on my 286 until like late May of last year. Because I just, I was just doing, I was playing this game, whatever, but I wasn't like researching what to do. I was just basically having people tell me what's up. And
Yeah.
then when we started getting into some like heated like SCSs and like, we had a couple of civil wars and server things like that. I started like, okay, deck and tech, deck and tech, deck and tech, deck and research. That's what I got to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just, oh, okay, give me my ore. That's what's important. And just little did I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I, not that ore is bad, but that pass, the training, special training pass, like the ore and stuff. I'm like, this is legitimately one of the worst things in this game.
It's so easy to get ore.
Yeah. Like
Like it's, oh,
I don't get why they have that as a weekly pass. It blows my mind.
no, I don't get that one. I don't get that one.
Like everything else,
Actually, like,
I'm good with, but this pass is just complete garbage.
I don't do that one, and I don't get my chips are full, right? So I don't do that one either.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, monkey, I'll get the monkey every time.
Yeah.
Monkey's differentiator now for the big guys.
Yep. Yeah, that's why I was asking Stickman where his gorilla is, because I know like once the gorilla came out, like he's just been everything he can get, he's bought for that thing since it's came out.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely because I mean it's a differentiator, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that has been one of the things where like the bond, right? That's limited. That you have to figure out ways to get that, and so
Yeah.
that's luck. And then it's all about like if you can get those things that are harder to get, right? That's a differentiator. That's like what's going to get you above the next player.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Stickman's a smart player though too. He was the first person I saw that was using was her name Sarah?
Yep.
Yeah, using her. And then what else was he doing? He's doing another one that caught me off guard. But I mean, I did that during the championship duel, and I think that was a differentiator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I showed them I shared the Murphy strat, and then I shared that with them, with Murphy and the aircraft team, and then that's what led them to. I forgot who put Sarah in there to start. If it was him or if Bria figured
I think
it
it was
out.
him because I messaged him about it. I remember
Okay.
that.
I know,
And
like
then I also messaged
him and Abria like test like all that stuff. They were like going back and forth.
exactly. He's a cool
Um,
dude. He's also a cool dude.
and
Yeah.
he sent me, what is this?
All right. All right, man. I'm having calls from work. We're having flash floods warnings right now at one of the
Oh,
farms.
geez.
So well, it's weird. Southern California, it doesn't really rain. So when
Yeah.
it does rain, it's like, oh shit, nobody's
Yeah.
prepared. It's like if you ever go like, well, I mean, I don't know how to say where you live, but if you ever go from where you're living down south, right, and you see nobody knows how to drive in the snow, that's how it is in California with the rain. Like everybody just freezes. They have no
Oh, yeah.
idea.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Because
Because I
I'm
mean,
near Chicago, so I know.
right.
It makes me laugh when I hear like places down south closing when they get an inch of snow, but they're just
Dude, so I lived in Chicago 7 years, right? And so I grew up in North Carolina, split between North Carolina and California, right?
mhm.
And we had school canceled for 2 days, my junior year in high school in Wilmington, North Carolina, because we had a threat. Not it didn't happen. A threat of a quarter inch of snow.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I'm like living in Chicago, walking around -20 degrees polar vortex. My big old freezes. Like it's a different beast.
Yeah.
I was like, give me those give me that quarter inch again. Right, but
Um,
no,
all right. Well,
but I
yeah, man.
appreciate the hospitality. Sorry, I was not more fiery. It's been a long day of farming, but I
No, it's all
appreciate the
good, man.
hospitality.
No, I appreciate you jumping on. I know we've been trying to catch up with each other for a minute, so I have to
All right,
stop
cool.
calling
Well,
you Tater Tots now. I'm gonna start just calling you the dictator. So
just call me. Most people call me DB.
DB. All right. I
Yeah,
was gonna say
yeah. That's the one.
I remember that name like back in the day. So yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
that's
man.
what most people. I had to tell people that I don't love it because what DB can also mean, but it was easy for when I was in a Korean server. It was easy for them to understand to say that versus doughboy.
Yeah, right, right. No, I get that.
And I can be both. So yeah, cool. Well, thanks, man.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
All right. What an eventful evening. Team Tater and Stickman hit him 500. So good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, again, it's just always interesting to hear different perspectives, from guys playing and stuff. Come on, Bears. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I will catch you all tomorrow night. We'll do some account review stuff. So go into the Discord, check out the or jump onto the account reviews page, post account reviews. We'll take a look at those tomorrow night. I'm out of here. Yes, this is Last War. It's the Last War. So just playing with DB. Yeah, I've never played with him. The only time I would probably like Winter Storm and he'd just be chasing me. So I'm out of here, guys. Take it easy. Have a good night.